shares. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, folks. I'm just watching this and marveling. Look at this. This is the E-mini from that crossover right there. That's the 1 minute chart of the S&P E-mini right there at the two. And look at that 200 period moving average, the thick pink line, how it was a refractory, how it really contained the price as a strong resistance. And then out of the blue, it breaks out for a new peak, A, B, C, D. But look at that green 9-period moving average from this level right here of 69.43. It goes to this very moment at 69.74, and it's still green. This is the 1 minute chart. That is, I mean, that's real power. And of course, I'm talking about power in a 1 minute chart, but you can see it in the 2, you can see it in the 3, and I'm getting, look at this. This is a single leg A up in the 10-minute chart. I don't know if this is an E or an A, because the technicals are so strong, it could easily be a brand new A. That means all day it's going to go to high highs. Let's just go one step at a time. This is very nice. I think right here at 69.73, 74, I think it's starting to bump into resistance. We'll get back to that. I just thought I wanted to show you live the techniques that I like to use. INDU, this is the Dow, trading up 149 at 49,123.90. We're still long from down there on the 24th of November. I like what I'm seeing, but in terms of Chapman wave notation, because that 47,849 wasn't taken out, it was a beautiful arch formation that held above the left side low, and it's gone 2 bars. We'll see if we can go 3 bars above this high right here. We could even go to the high of 48.86 on the 12th of December. That could mean that this is actually the start of a new move up. I don't want to get carried away. Everything's strong. But the stochastic is not. So everything else is doing very nicely, retro strength, but the stochastic is only at 60%. We're going to be following that using the same technique I was talking about in the E-mini 1 minute chart. Now look at this. Chapman wave inside track repellent zone. Look at this from, let's go to that very first peak D right there on the week of the 4th of July, 2025, and that was at a high of 44.885. Pulls back, but every time it went to that pink line, even if it broke above it, it hasn't taken out the green. This is the green trend line resistance. So that it's right at the pink 9-period moving average right here at 49.133. This week, that high is, that high is 49.705. So above 49.800. You're looking at something very different. You're looking at the chance that we could tag 50,000. I got a feeling 50,000 is going to be a surprise for us in many ways. So here we are, still in the leg A in the monthly chart. All this is really bullish. Now, it doesn't say that because this is only a leg A in the Chapman wave methodology, if you get a buy signal upgrade to a buy mode, it's unusual to do in a leg A, but it happens. That means that you could go A, pull back. You could even pull back from 49,140 where we are right now down to the 45,281 level. That's the 14-period moving average in the monthly chart, and still be fantastic because you could pull back under it and have that green 9-period moving average not turn pink, but you'd have to be down to 42,000. So that says 2026 should be an up year with higher highs to come. It doesn't, other things tell us how high, but right now I'm saying this is only a leg A, and we should make a peak A. That means a whole month with no new high, not a high close, a high bar. That makes a peak, and then you go to a B. If after that you go to a new leg higher. So let's just look at this, because the S&P has confirmed the Chapman wave methodology. You've already gone to a peak B because there's never an H, and F doesn't go to G and H. It goes to a G, but never an H. So this is a B. That means that the S&P right now is very, very strong. It's one letter ahead of the Dow. The QQQ, this is going to be very interesting. Look at this. The QQQ is at peak A. It's been there for 1, 2, 3. This is the third month, but it's still very strong. It's at 621.56, trying to go above 355. It's struggling. It's got this inside track. This is on the downside. Pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. It cannot break above the pink line. If it does that, then the green line over the next, it's a declining line. So I'll say today's high 624 has to go to 624.91 to break. Let's just make it 625. 625 today, and it's declining. So we'll see whether or not we're going to get that. Look, the 9 flipped to, it was pink, flipped to green yesterday, and today it's still green. So we'll see what happens. The stochastic is only at 61%. Retro strength is good, not as good as it was before. And the MACD is at, did it just flip positive? No, it's still a little bit negative, but that's okay. All right, here we go. IWM. Got to be careful with my voice here. All right. Broke out of this wedge formation. It did the dreaded H, but it's gone 3 bars now above the left side low. That's a good sign. If the IWM trading at 253.22 up 49 can close for 2 out of 3 sessions above 255.12, that's really strong action, and then it should hit 258.21 for a new leg C. Could be, maybe we'll see what happens there. But anyway, it's acting quite nicely. We are still long this. I do want to go to SMHs. SMHs, semiconductors, up 10 at 387, and have another sip of tea. All right. Leg B. Wait a minute. Peak A, B, C. This could be a D. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll put a D. Chapman wave methodology, uppercase on the way up. All right. And in the weekly chart, look at that nice breakout. So what I like to do is I like to draw the highs. Well, the month is, the week is still going on. But look, if I drew that line with the rising trend line, we've broken it. So we're at all-time highs as we're speaking. It's really important that we're at all-time highs. Look at the MU. So I was asked about, could I look at Micron? Very strong leg D. I'm going to put that the same as the SMHs. So leg D, up 22 at 334.16, actually 335 right now. Leg E in the weekly chart. Leg D/B in the, why the alternate counts? Well, we don't have to worry too much about the alternate count other than the fact that this is peak A, B, C. I'm going to make this a D. Right here. Could recycle, it could do anything. That's the daily chart. So Micron's extremely strong. Major support is at 334. Major supports between 320 and 315 on the near term. I should say support. Major support over the next couple of weeks has to be between 300 and 292. So Micron's looking very good. I'll be back in a minute. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Had a question about Roku. Roku, R-O-K-U is the symbol, 113.84, minus 1.05. Broke out of the rectangle formation. Question came in, is that an F or a B? Well, I'm at this point going to put in both an F and a B. I'll tell you why. You see the MACD, the moving average convergence, divergence, how it rallied beautifully, and now it's kind of struggling, although it's positive by a fraction. Relative strength is still very good. There's nothing wrong with it, but it is wobbling a little bit. The on-balance volume is a little overbought. The stochastic's down at 57.36. But that 9 is still way over the 14. That's a big deal. And that just says to me that this containment area is probably what you really need to be looking at rather than Chapman wave notation. There wasn't an instant restart right here. Could have been, but there wasn't. It took 4 bars, not 3 bars, so I don't count that. And the weekly chart has this rectangle formation. And we're on our way towards the top of it. The top was at 116.66, I think. Yep, 116.66. I better preserve my throat. And where the high yesterday was 116.06, 60 cents less. And a pretty sharp move on a candle basis today, but not much. It's just $1.50, 168 at 113 right now. So it's acting extremely well. But if you look at the struggle that's going on in the weekly chart, if the stochastic at 75%, by Friday is able to get to 80%, you will see a spike towards the 117 area, 118. But if it stalls right here, then I'm going to look at this and say, okay, you're building up a base for a move later on. It's a leg D in the monthly image to show you something very interesting with Roku. It was once at 490.76. And that was back around about July, I think it was, of July. Yep, July of 2021. Has a little bit of a tumble. Goes from 490.76 to 38.26. Oh, I'd say that's a little bit of a pullback. And then it goes peak A, peak B, peak C. And look at that pink 9-period moving average in the month. It refused to turn pink. It refused to turn green. Eventually it turned green, but it went back to pink for 2 months, and then it went green, and now it's been green. So this says to me, it is walking the 9-period moving average. The 9 is above the 14. The relative strength index is still pretty good. Look at that beautiful rise in the MACD. That's the look-back period that's doing it. And look at the on-balance volume, a tad overbought, but the stochastics at 81%. So I would have thought with this kind of action in the technicals that Roku would have gone into this candle right here, this ugly candle of the with a high of 135.99 back in April of 2022 with those technicals. So it's really taken its time in forming this particular cup formation. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's kind of stalling. So the question about Roku is, if you are looking at something that is leading, if you look at the short term, that's a shorter term from the April low of this past year to where it is, and it was going from 50 to 113. That's a double. That's more than a double. That's pretty darn good. And it's done in a very steady way right up until this candle right here on the week of the 31st of October. Then it stalled. Now it's working its way higher, coming back to test it. But my suspicion is that unless there is a close above 117 to 120, somewhere in that area, on a weekly basis, and then any pullback holds 116 level support, or it could go to 113, but it has to quickly go back to 117. That's the way I'd be looking at it. So right now, it's not a leader in the sense when you look at leaders, look at this. General Electric, look at that. It had a little bit of a pullback, and even before the technicals turned back to positive, it's spiraling to an all-time high. Yesterday, it hit 329.43. I'm just talking about not sectors, I'm talking about chart patterns. So look at that beautiful 9 over the 14. This whole, we've been long, I should mention, from the 190s, added to it just recently. Not the point. The point I want to make is that in the broader sense of the technicals, if you can get that 9-period moving average sharply above the 14, that is a big deal. And it really helps the stock going to highs, especially all-time highs. Whereas Roku, while it's working its way high, so that's why I'm saying there's nothing wrong with it. The bigger picture is that it needs to clear that bar, 116.66, decisively. Nothing wrong, but I'm just saying, it looks to me like it's more a digestive phase right here. If by Friday we're looking at 117.50 or more, that's a very nice, that's good action. All right, next question came in. Could I look at KTOS? KTOS. Oh, actually, please forgive me. I forgot. Bitcoin first. Bitcoin right now is down just 95 at 94,495. I'd say that was good action yesterday during my show because it finally broke above that candle and above this rectangle. Now there's a much larger rectangle, and this one is really important. And I spoke about it yesterday, so now I'm just going to draw it in. I didn't have to draw it in yesterday because we didn't go there. It's this rectangle here. So if Bitcoin is able, we are long Bitcoin. I didn't really want to add to it because the other positions that I'm interested in that I think have more upside potential, but I'm going to reassess at the end of the day because after such a big move of 127,750 to 80,750, I mean, that's a 40,000. I mean, that's like a 30% or more decline. This could be the start of a move that says that inside track propellant zone in the monthly chart. Look at that, beautiful, the way it held. It nicked it once, but it closed above it. Now it's moving up above it. And the 9-period moving average, only in the monthly, not the weekly or the daily, green. And it didn't go pink during that big pullback. So that says to me, 99,700s, it's at 94,490, is going to be the clue. Because if it starts to trade in the 100,000 level, and for Bitcoin, that could, as we're speaking, it could do that. It used to. It hasn't done that for a while. But if it does that, then I'm going to be able to say, hey, over a period of 2 months, I'll be looking at the 200-period moving average, 102,742. Can that even be? Look at this. That 9-period moving average, it had all those testing, and failed. The last time was on the 11th of November. 11th of November, it went to 108,720, and now look, it's come down. So that's what you need to be looking at. I'll be back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
so just to sum it up, let me go back there. I was looking at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin needs to clear decisively to get out of this rectangle. It's almost like a narrow rectangle formation. And what we're really looking at is, if you look at the stochastic and down the weekly chart, there's just nothing to see here. So the price daily is really going to lead, and then the weekly will follow. So all I'm looking at here is if Bitcoin is able to trade, give it a little bit of room, that little wick right there, that high, what was that? 96,965. 96,000, that's a lot to go, right? I'm even going to say 95,500. If it can close over 95,500, and that's not, if it needs to do it today. It needs to go over yesterday's high of 95,245. It has to go to 246, and I'll tell you why. If this makes a D, it's an even smaller peak ABCD than it did initially from the 80,750 level to the high that was made right here at 95,405. It starts off at 84,960. I mean, 200 points higher, and it's gone lower. And it's already a C, a potential PC. All right, now I've spent enough time on that, but I did look at ETH, and that has a slightly different pattern. It's almost like a W formation, but there's that 200-period moving average resistance at 31.10. That's up 46. So all I can say is price is going to have to move. The technicals are improving, but I'm not getting yet the improvement in the price. So if ETH, now it's a little different because it's only in leg B. If ETH is able to decisively close above 32.56, that's the high of the 12th of the 10th of December, that's going to be very good. That'll be good. Okay, so now let's go back to, I'll be back to AG in a moment. Question came in, but let me just do this. There are a lot of questions, so let me just finish up here. KTOS, we've looked at this before. KTOS is Kratos Defense and Security. So this, I like this area. It went to a peak D in the monthly chart. It went to a peak E, and now you see, this is a pattern that says, can you see that I'm decisively, there's not any fuzziness here. There's not a rectangle or anything. This is definitely a cup formation. But it is only at a peak C, a leg C right now, after hitting that 112-ish area and then pulling back from the October high. So this is good action. 9 stayed green, even though the price for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, for 13 bars has been underneath the black 14-period moving average. It's still green. The MACD is improving. The rate of strength is improving. The stochastic's horrible at 29%, and the on-balance volume is quite weak in the weekly chart. The daily chart, even here, with this big move up, the spike yesterday, is only at 73%. So I'm going to say that I like this. I think it's in an area that's being favored right now. Probably, I'm not sure it's exactly in this area of SHIELD, which is Global X Defense Tech Sector, which is in peak A, B, C, D. It's in a brand new E, about to retest in the cup formation, the high that was made right at 71.54, October the 10th. But this is good action. So let me go back to Kratos, KTOS, and I'm just going to say, rather than give you the upside, and I did email you to say it's looking very good because I didn't say why, but it broke out of this channel to the upside, and it's filling the gaps. That's really important. I like it very much, but I'm going to say to you, over the next 2 weeks, if it takes out yesterday's low of 82.13, it's at 88.76. I'm giving it a whole January. All right. If it takes it out on any closing basis, I think that's going to stall the weekly chart. So you don't want to see that. You want to see exactly the action of today. It was weak. Now it's trying to come back. It's only down $1.09 at 88.84. You want to see it, and this will not be an F. It'll probably be a new leg B if it can break above. If it can go to 91.50 in this leg right here that takes out yesterday's high of 90.11. Then I think it's much, much better. And you really want to see it clear all this nonsense over here from the 31st of October of 94.60. So that's a long way to go, but these things are moving very quickly. I hope that helps you. Finally, AG right now. AG, type it in the right place. AG, there it is. AG is First Majestic, monthly chart leg D. I just want to see something here. You see these big cup formations? I forgot about that. I'm pleased to open this up. Look how it makes this U-shaped pattern. A U-shaped pattern. What is that? Peak AB? Okay, that's the low. So this is an A, and then it goes A, B, C, D, E, F. All right? And then it makes another one. It goes A, B, C, D. So my target for AG at 17.78, up 74 cents right now, would be into this area. Right? See, it's broken. It hasn't broken above this candle of the 30th of June. June 2021 of 18.93. If it can, I think it's going to have a little trouble in this big, ugly candle. It's almost like a Chapman wave red Roman candle. It's not quite. The body's too big. But that's what I'm looking at. And I'm just going to put it out right now that I think the level of between 19 and 21.25. That's what I'll be watching very closely. If it's able to climb above that, this is a monthly chart on a weekly basis. Let's go to the weekly basis. So I've got this as a very quick C to D to E. Very often that says you're going to have a little bit of a pullback. But most importantly, the action that we're looking at this, okay, there are a lot of people that work on this pattern right here. And they call it an expanding wedge formation. I treat it as just another pattern. And I'll tell you why. I've seen this happen so many times. He goes to the top, and then starts to pull back, and everybody says, oh, diamond pattern. Diamond pattern. I remember years ago, diamond pattern. I thought, what the heck's diamond pattern? And the implication was, whoa, when you get to that right side triangle, watch out, because you could really plunge. And so many times it never plunged. And I decided, you know what? When I hear somebody say diamond pattern, I'm going to look closely because there could be other things. So I like what I'm seeing here in AG short term. It's up 74 cents today. That's also because, first of all, let me just do gold. This is a silver stock. Gold's pulled back a little bit from the high, but it's still up 27. Silver's a little bit better chart. And it's up 3.14, up 4% at 79.83. This is giving you more the U-shaped pattern. So I do like it. I'm going to go back again one more time and say, what do I need to look for in the month of January? By mid-January, do not take out this low of 15.54 made on the 2nd of January. But if it goes to 18.80 to 19, that's going to be very positive. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying it's getting a little bit toppy. That's all.
Attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, It's delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds for both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
All right, so we're going to some stocks at the moment. I just wanted to show you, although it's not Technical Friday, let me show you something. Remember I was talking about this before? I said the 5-minute chart is a leg C. I'm almost sure I said it should go to a D. Then we've got to be careful, but I'm still calling this an E in the 10-minute chart. But let's look at the 2-minute chart. Remember Chapman wave instant restart after a peak D. If within 2 bars, you can go to a high, 3 bars, you can go to a higher high. Consider it E. In your back of your mind, you think A, F/G, B, and then G/C. And finally, it should pull back a little bit, make a D, and then you got to be careful. Well, look at this 2-minute chart. Made a D, now it's pulling back a little bit. Okay, so and it made a peak D in the 1-minute chart. So this just says very short term, getting a little bit overbought on the daily. We'll see what happens. But so far, there's a lot of buying coming in. A lot of people missed this move. They just didn't expect it at all, especially the news over the weekend. They thought, what is going to happen? Right, enough with that. So let me just emphasize again, there's a cluster formation, expanding wedge type cluster formation, AG, First Majestic. It looks like it's running pretty well. The 9's held beautifully. And if it's able to take out this trend line and start to trade in the 18s, 1830s, 1850s, and then tag 19, that's going to be very good. But the monthly chart says, going up to 20, what did I say it was, 21, in that area, I think there's going to be quite a bit of resistance from the beginning of the 19s into the 20s, 21 area. Okay. Question came in. Basil, I've traded in and out. Wait, is there another question there? Yes, good. Okay. Do this again. Basil, I've traded in and out of Iran, I-R-E-N. We are still long that position. From the 22s, it ran up to the 76s. We took quite a bit off, and then we've come back. We tried to add to it. Once we added to it, it didn't work out. And yesterday we tried, we missed it. Still on our list, at least shorter term, what I think is a breakout. This is the same rectangle breakout that I was talking about in the other stocks. Cup formation. Throat. There we are. Yeah, so it's a work in progress. Excuse me. Because of the strength of build-up since the low of 33.34 on the 16th of December, relative strength index, the MACD stochastic hasn't got to 80%, but it is at 74%. I'm a little worried that volume hasn't really improved. The 9-period moving average flipped positive. I'm not going to be happy until Iran is trading in the 53 to 55 area in January. So put it as simple as possible. You want to know what would be So it might rest a bit, even though I bought it again at 47. Oh, 47. So I need to give you a stop. Yeah, let me just do this for a moment. I ran 10-minute chart. I got time? Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think I would say 45.80. If it starts to close under 45.80, it might take another day or two to digest these gains. It did have a very nice rally, but that might be too much. So I'm going to recommend, watch this closely. Some part of it, take off some part of it. If it takes out 45.88, that's so far. Oh, no, I hope I'm not getting that scratchy throat again. There you are, better. There's a dreaded H. Yeah, I would just be a little careful. What exactly is the low today? The low today is 45.88. Yeah, around about 45.88, 45.80. Just take something off. It's still so. This is in the very short term. But let's just go to it in the regular chart, daily, weekly, monthly. Whoops! It just did it. It went to 45.78. Yeah. This is on a very short-term basis. It's yesterday's low that you really have to worry about. So 44.17, to me, that's a lot. Why don't you do this? Take a little bit off right now. You know, if you're short-term trading, you've been successful. Successful also means knowing when to take something off because you've got more risk than reward. And the moment it goes back into today's high is 47.90. 47.92 says, you know what, it's going to tackle and go to maybe a leg D. Now, I'm going to be upset if it goes to a leg D under 50 and then fails because this is, wow, you're in peak A, B, C, D, and all you've done is gone from 33 to 48, 49. Well, percentage-wise, that's great, right? But on a chart basis, this is not good enough. Yes, the 9-period moving average is pink, has gone to green. The weekly, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what did I say, 6, 7 times under the 14-period moving average, and yet it's still green. So I like it. I think it's going to turn around, but it might have to wait. This is Iran Limited, ordinary shares, general data, next generation data centers, renewable energy, GPUs. I just wouldn't play games. Just reserve your money and say, oh, opportunity lost. I don't have to take. Remember, Dave White used to always say, better to be out wishing you were in than in wishing you were out. A beautiful expression. Okay, and next, then you also say, RKLB, Rocket Labs. Yeah, doing great. We are long. We added to the long. We missed another add-on yesterday by just a tad. Even today, what a pity. I wanted to be a little longer in this. So let me just check something, if you don't mind. Yeah, just missed. Oh, man, it missed it by 38 cents or something. Getting back in, adding to it, that is. All right, well, that's the way it is. I like it very much. Rocket Lab. Now, you remember G, there's no H, so this becomes a leg B in the weekly chart if it goes to 79.84. Doesn't matter where it closes. If it tags 79.84, Rocket Labs, RKLB, really one of our favorites, all right, at this time. Next thing I want to do is, question came in, could I look at, where is it? Oh, I wrote it down, right? Majestic Wedge. Yeah, AG Majestic Wedge. Here it is. Could I look at, Costco again. Costco. So this is very interesting. Look, Costco trading right now up. See, there's the rectangle, and that's what I said. If Costco, on a very short-term basis, the weekly chart still doesn't look good at all. Neither does the monthly. But on a short-term basis, if Costco can start, there's a break. Oh, we've got another segment coming. If Costco could get into this area right here above, right into that candle. If Costco in January is able to trade above 892, it's at 882 right now. If it can go to I'm going to make it a little bit more, 893. If it tags 890.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Yeah, let me just show you this quickly before I go to the break. I'll do much more when I come back for the Tom O'Brien show at 3 o'clock, sitting in for Tommy O'Brien. So this is the XLF S&P Select Financial ETF monthly chart, pink. And this is the bar chart for the SPY S&P 500 ETF. I love the fact that we've gone to all-time highs. It is so important that the financials really lead, because that's this particular chart. Now, I see Iran has pulled back a little bit. Just be careful, as I say. 26, this is, that's what it is, XLF. I don't want to run out of time. I've got something else to do right now. ESH26, look. So you made that peak D. Remember I said when you get synchronicity, this is the 1, 2, and 5 minute charts and the 10 making you peak D, peak D, peak D, and an E. You got to be careful. And the 200-period moving average of 69.56 is going to be really important support, and then 69.51. I would not be surprised after yesterday's, really, I wouldn't call it a surprise, but it was an extraordinary move to the upside, that we get some kind of a digestive, and yet the Dow's still up 106, the S&P's up 13. Wow, it's nice to have digestive phases and you're still positive. Now, what I did want to say is, so Carr, a question about, I'm not sure it's a question, Capone said he's had car for a long time. This is Carrier Global. So this is HVACs, I believe. So look at this, a pattern that says I'm coming down. All the technicals in the monthly or week. The technicals in the weekly chart are improving, but it's doing this H pattern, double bottom. I'll do a little more on this tomorrow, and we'll actually follow it a bit because it's starting to attempt to form a base. I don't know if it's ready yet. I don't know what today's minus 157 at 52.22 is all about. So I'm going to hand you over to Steve Rhodes. Should be a wonderful show as always with Steve. I'll be back at 3 o'clock to do the Tom O'Brien show and interview myself. And then I believe we should have, I think we should have Mr. Ord himself. So I'll be back in a little while. Dow's up 95, S&P's up 11. Basil Chapman